So I've been lifting on and off for several years, and ever since I put together this garage gym, I've been able to be more consistent than ever, and I've become stronger than ever because of that. However, I've never really followed any sort of program. I don't think it's totally necessary to program. I've definitely met some really strong people who have never ever used a program and they have just simply gone into the gym and trained intuitively whatever they thought was weak. They simply tried to develop those muscle groups and they've gotten really far because of that. And I'd like to think I've put up some decent numbers despite never having a program. But I figured it's time to, take things a little more seriously and to actually follow a program so that I can get the most out of my body because I would love to see how strong I could possibly get. It's a real goal of mine, and I'm getting a little closer to that every day. But it's time to take things to the next level. So this is the program that I'm currently running. It's called Madcow. It is a modified 5x5 workout where you're training 3 days a week, and you can find this on stronglifts.com. I'll put a link in the description for that. They give you a full table of contents here for the breakdown that they give you here on stronglifts.com, so you can go ahead and look through this in its entirety if you'd like. But I'm just going to be going over the basic concepts of this. So workout A is going to be a 5x5 with squat, bench, and barbell row, and throw in your resistance exercises at the end. Workout B is going to be a 4x5 with squat, either incline bench or overhead press, and then you're going to be deadlifting as well, and then once again have the assistance exercises at the end. Workout C is going to be a bit more volume. You're going to have a 4x5 with squat, bench, and barbell row. You're going to have a heavy set of 3, and then you're going to have a drop-off set with 8 reps, and then once again have your assistance exercises at the end. They give you the whole background of how this was conceptualized. Here they're talking about the sort of overhead press substitution, which I'm currently doing. I do want to work on my overhead press as opposed to incline bench, because my bench press is already pretty strong. But yeah, guys can look through this if you'd like. There's a lot of useful information. They talk about ramp up sets and rest periods, and it's essentially a full comprehensive breakdown if you want to look through this. But the main thing is that you're essentially working up to heavier and heavier weights. It's a really linear progressive overload, and it's super easy to follow. They even provide a nice spreadsheet. Here's the full spreadsheet. So essentially what you do here is you plug in your max lifts and the number of repetitions that you had for each lift, and it will calculate how much you should be lifting for each week of the program. So here you can see workouts A, B, and C, and it gives you every single lift that you should be doing for up to 20 weeks. So yeah, you essentially plug in your lifts and then follow this program to a T, throw in some assistance exercises. Mainly for those assistance exercises, I'm either doing core work, hamstring work, maybe some arms, maybe a little bit of extra shoulder work, just whatever I feel like I need to be doing on top of this main heavy work that this program has you doing. So essentially what I did is I wrote all of my lifts for this program on a whiteboard, and I'm going to update it as I go along. And it's just really easy to follow this way. I don't have to be looking at my phone the whole time. I can just cross off whatever lift I just did. Some of these numbers aren't to the nearest 5, so I use these small plates that weigh about a pound, and I just put them in a bag and just throw them on the barbell just like that, just because I want to be as close as I can to the numbers that the spreadsheet kind of provides. This isn't necessary. You can just round to the nearest 5 and lift with those numbers. It's just something I do for the hell of it. The weights might move around a little bit, but it's only a pound in each bag, so it's not really a big deal. I'm not losing my balance doing this or anything. And yeah, this was my top set. I believe this is 342 for 5, which is an all-time PR. I've never really repped out that kind of weight like that, and it moved pretty efficiently. And again, this is only a few weeks into the program, so I think that kind of speaks volumes about how effective this is for an intermediate lifter. If you're a beginner, I don't think this program is really for you. I think it's better to do a little bit more lower weight, high volume, and just focus on form, just because this program can be fairly intense. and if your form isn't on point, you might run into a lot of problems. So I'm going to continue to follow this program, and hopefully I will be able to break every single one of my 1 rep maxes. And if you want to see me do that, be sure to like and subscribe.